you're trying to lose weight and you're not sure of which of the methods you should go for, because there are so many methods out there and it can be very confusing. So in this video, I'm going to be dissecting several methods for you that you can use as options to lose your weight, and I'll be explaining them well in a way that you'll be able to know if this will work for you or if it will not work for you. And the last two methods I'll be mentioning will definitely pretty much work for everybody. And if you're still on the fence trying to know whether or not you should lose your weight, there are some side effects that comes with losing weight, not now in that your youthful era. It's mostly in the nearest future, and in fact a lot of people are getting this information already, and they are already looking for way out of having excessive weight. And you might want to check my previous video, because I already made a video on weight, on the side effects of having weight. Mostly it's in the future, it's affecting some people already now, and that's why everyone is beginning to try to go for the weight loss, trying to start a weight loss journey. So let's just go straight to it. The first one I'll be mentioning is herbal tea. Herbal tea is one of that fast remedy everybody run to for weight loss, and it's okay to go for it. You wonder how herbal tea work. I mean, herbal tea, I don't know, there are different type of tea out there, but if you don't know the exact source of herbal tea, what I mean is, you can't just say, oh, you can't just let them tell you that it is herbal tea. What does it contain? Do you understand? For instance, now some people have been able to find out that moringa with lime is a very good weight loss secret. But then if you buy any herbal tea, you should be able to understand exactly what natural ingredient is making it an herbal tea. Meanwhile, going dissecting herbal tea works in a way of increasing the rate of your metabolism. It means that you get to digest your food fast, you get to burn a lot of calorie, you get to, then in that way you're going to need more energy for the day, because you have fast metabolism. You'll be able to digest a lot of food per day. In that way, you may not be able to eat as much as the herbal tea is going to help you digest. In that way, it takes part of your fat that is stored in your body and burns it as energy, and you're going to lose fat. One of that particular way, most people that go through it doesn't really follow the due diligence procedure of weight loss, e.g., like reducing the calorie intakes they have. They just feel like the herbal tea will do the trick. Most of the times, if the herbal tea is a very strong and authentic one, definitely it's going to do the trick. Aside from moringa and lime, there are so many other herbal tea out there for weight loss, and most of them have natural combinations. We have some clove kind of combination, and on and on and on. So you should trust your vendor before you just take any herbal tea. You don't want anyone giving you a tea that can harm your body. So that is how herbal tea works. But for me, I would say someone who has a lot of weight shouldn't really go for herbal tea, because you need more. You can add herbal tea to your weight loss journey, but it shouldn't be the only one you should be going for. Do you understand? Because you shouldn't be the only one, especially people that are very fat and you're trying to go on a weight loss journey. Herbal tea is a very good way, is very good thing to add to that your weight loss journey, but shouldn't be the only one. But people who are already not so fat, they're just cool, you can definitely try to go for herbal tea. It should work for you. But then if you've been using herbal tea and it's not been working for you, you want to check my previous video to understand the reason why herbal tea is not working for you, because there are so many reasons attached to why your herbal tea is not working. Another method I'm going to be mentioning is surgery. Surgery is majorly for those who need to lose weight immediately. For instance, I mentioned earlier that there are some side effects that comes with having a lot of weight, and in these side effects might have started happening to some people, and they can't wait for the length of time it's going to take to lose weight. For instance, people that are really fat, you can't plan to lose weight within just a year. I mean, really fat. How fat you are, your body size should determine the length of time you're going to give yourself to lose weight, especially to avoid excess skin, that's extra skin. So aside from the extra skin, to lose weight comfortably, as big as you are determines the length of time you should give yourself. Now, if you don't have time, you don't have that kind of length of time to, to wait for to lose that weight, the next option is just go for surgery. Though even during surgery, it's not mostly scheduled for once. You have to sometimes it depends on far that person still is. Sometimes they kind of schedule more than one surgery time for you. So surgery is another method, majorly for emergency, majorly for people who have the money. Yeah, you need to have the money for surgery. It doesn't come cheap compared to buying Albert tea, and it's faster. And then surgery is for those that have mind. Aside from having the money, some people can't bear the mind of, going under the knife. We understand how it is. So if there is mind, there is money, and there is an emergency need to lose that weight, to shed that weight immediately, then surgery is another option. The next method for weight loss is exercise. You'll be surprised at what I'm about to say. Exercise is actually not for weight loss. Exercise is a kind of movement that we all should do per day. Now, it's just that when you're on a weight loss journey, exercise is very good because it's going to aid it, and it's going to tone your body during the process of that weight loss. Because if we're going to say exercise is the best for, is majorly for weight loss, do you know how much exercise you will have to do to burn the energy you gained from eating just one donut? Is going to be a whole lot of exercise. So yes, exercise burns fat, stored fat in our body, because it's also a form of movement, and definitely it uses energy and it burns fat. But then exercise is not supposed to be just attributed to only for those who are into weight loss. Exercise is just for everyone, and of course it's supposed to be part of anyone on a weight loss journey. Exercise should be part of the person's activity. So if you still want to know more about exercise, I have an ebook on everything about exercise, how to exercise, who it is meant for, what are the benefits you gain from exercising every day, types of exercise, which one will be easy for you, the one you can easily do, or do you necessarily have to go to the gym before you have exercise. All these things are in this ebook, and guess what, it's a free ebook for you, and it's a very short to read ebook, and exercise simplified. I understand it's becoming complicated with all the gym gears and everything, but I tell you, in this ebook is already simplified for you. So I will be adding the link to this ebook to my description below, so you want to click it and just learn a little from that, because exercise is for everybody. It's not only for someone who is into weight loss. Yes, it should be part of anybody who is into weight losses um plan. Even if it is surgery, it should be part of the plan. Even if it is Albert, it should be part of the plan. Next one we'll be going into is calorie deficit. Now, what do I mean by calorie deficit? I have to first explain what calorie is. Calorie is just like a fuel that we use in the body, just like petrol that the car uses to burn, to run, right? Exactly. Calorie is the one we use. How do we get this calorie? We get it from the food we eat. Now, when there is excess calorie compared to the petrol in the car, that when you're done with your activity for the day, you still have enough petrol in your car tank, then you keep it till the next day and you use it. Calorie doesn't work that way. Most calories you fail to use up for the day get stored in your body as fat. Now, when it has been stored in your body as fat, the next morning naturally is supposed to burn for the day, right? But then you eat again in the morning, so you get another fuel, you get another fuel in the afternoon, and like that, you are not burning the excess calorie, excess fat. Now, another way for weight loss is one of the easiest way actually, is calorie deficit. Now, this is a way, but one thing about this method is you have to work with a nutritionist, because you as a person may not be able to understand what amount of calorie is inside a particular food. Like now, the amount of calorie in vegetable oil differs from the amount of calorie in a peanut. So something like that. The calorie you get from taking just one spoon of rice differs from the calorie you get from taking 1 spoon of beans. Now, the calorie you get from taking a spoon of rice that is made with vegetable oil is different from the calorie you get from taking a spoon of rice without vegetable oil. So now, when you work with a nutritionist, this nutritionist will be able to give you enough food to satisfy you with less calorie, and that is how calorie deficit work. Now, if you're on a calorie deficit, for instance, today normally you consume maybe 200 gram of calorie in a whole day. That's how you run on. Now, a nutritionist will place you on a calorie deficit food that will make you consume like 150, that will produce only 150 gram of calorie for your body for that day. Now, it means you still have 50-gram deficit, right? Now, your body is going to take that 50-gram deficit from the stored fat in your body. Do you get that thing? That stored fat from the previous calories that makes you have weight, it's the body can use it in form of calorie. So that 50-gram deficit will be taken from that, and from there you reduce a little bit of weight. The next day you reduce a little bit of weight. It's one of the easiest, sincerely, is one of the easiest ways to lose weight. You don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to take Albert tea every morning, and you still have to, and you will still eat to your satisfaction. That's if you work with a nutritionist, you will still eat to your satisfaction, but you will eat food with less calories, because they are the ones that will be able to tell you which food has less calorie. Which you can even look at the same food like this and they should have different calorie. Now, you can't compare the calorie in a baked donut to the calorie in a fried donut. The one in a fried donut will definitely be more. So that is how calorie deficit works. It's one of the easiest ways, but you have to work with a nutritionist to make it work. Another method of weight loss is fruit fast. Fruit fast is a very special way of weight loss. I was speaking about calorie deficit. The only reason why I wouldn't really like it, it doesn't make it good, is the fact that you may not eat clean. Eat clean, I mean eat healthy, because nutritionists just give you foods with less calories. They are not they should be, but the important thing is not eating good food. For instance, now, if you are on a strict healthy diet, you won't take soda, coke and all, but a nutritionist would rather give you a soda that seem maybe, I mean, carbonated drink that have less calorie. You get the difference in between how that works. Meanwhile, carbonated drink is not eating clean. So that is just the only thing I may not really like about calorie deficit type of weight loss, but it's a very good way. Now, compared to fruit fasting, fruit fasting is taking fruit every day. Now, there are different types. No, there's basically a food fast, but the thing is, you can extend the length of your fruit fast. You can take a whole day on fruit and eat the next day and take another day on fruit and something like that. Or you can have, I know of someone who did a 3-month fruit fast and she went from a big weight to a very portable stature like that. Now, the only disadvantage of fruit fast is that you also kind of need health expert, because there are some times that the fat stored in the body might not be healthy fat, and if those type of fats are burning, your body better be strong enough to fight whatever content of that fat is being released to the body. But the person I knew that did it didn't actually work with experts, but nevertheless, to me, I would say it's okay to work with health experts when you're going for a pure fruit fast. Fruit fast always works. It always works like that. And aside from the fact that you reduce your weight, it cleans your body like that. Now, the final one I'll be mentioning is intermittent fasting. I told you the last two pretty much works for everybody. That is the fruit fast and the intermittent fasting. Now, what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting, normally, aside from someone who wants to lose weight, intermittent fasting is good for everybody, because when you're fasting, there are a lot of resetting that is happening in your body. Do you understand? It's like you are always busy. You go to work from Monday to Friday, then you decided to have a holiday, or there was a break, you didn't really plan for that break, so you are at home. So if you're at home, you just be like, there are some things I was supposed to do at home before, let me just use this opportunity to maybe clean my room, mop the floor, this kitchen self, let me rearrange it. Exactly, that is how intermittent fasting works. You've been eating and eating and eating, and your body has been busy digesting the food you eat, processing it, turning to calorie, picking the nutritious ones out of it, separating, diffusing, whatever, digesting. But the moment you did not eat, the body, especially the digestive system, doesn't have anything to work on. So fine, it's going to go ahead to burn fat so that you can have energy, but there's no raw food to process. Just merely eating food to process in your body. So it takes time to go to other parts of your body, clean up other injuries that you may not know, clean up for some bad cells, and on and on. And there's a way it just cleans up the body. So whether or not you're on a weight loss journey, intermittent fasting is good. What and how do you have intermittent fasting? So far, there are different ways to have intermittent fasting. The first one I originally learned of is just picking a day in a week. A week has 7 days. Just pick one day and you can fast till 12. What do I mean by fast till 12? You've eaten the previous night, you slept, right? Now, instead of you waking up the next morning to eat, you can just do without eating and stay till around 12, or anytime above 12 to eat. It can be 12, it can be above 12, it can even be 11. It's not like a churchy kind of fasting. It's just for your body to clean up. The last food you ate the night is going to have been digested and done with. So throughout the night when you sleep, of course, it's going to add to the energy that gives you strength to sleep. The next morning, your body needs food, but you're not giving it to it. It does all those cleaning during this period of time. That was the first and original one I knew. But now there are other methods of intermittent fasting. Another method is not eating at night at all, or eating very low at night, or I would just say not eating at night. Now, if you did not eat at night, for instance, you ate in the morning, you ate very well, in the afternoon, you ate very well, you had enough energy, then at night you did not eat. Now, what happens there is probably the last time you ate in the afternoon was around 3. Now, from that 3 that you have not eaten till the next morning, your body will be busy, will be done, your body will definitely be done with all the digestion, so it will now start the cleaning process before the next morning when you eat again. So that's another indirect way of fasting. You still skip just one meal, just like you're skipping one meal in the morning. Now, the major type of fasting that works majorly for weight loss is, I wouldn't just say intermittent fasting, it's just like fasting. Now, you will see people that go on a 3-day fast. I mean, when I mean fast, I'm not saying they ate by 6 full day, they won't eat anything. Now, this type of fast, you're going to lose that weight with speed, because your body will have to run on your stored fat. You won't faint. That's what people don't know. The thing is, the moment you did not eat and you've not done it before, it's always very hard. But if it's have you seen people who fast a lot? I mean, church fasts now. And at some point, some people are so used to fasting, it doesn't even look like a big deal. Exactly. That is how it is. Some people can fast marathon, like 5 days marathon, 7 days marathon. They are so good to but it doesn't affect them anymore. But people who are not used to fasting may feel like, oh, this will be hard for me. Of course, it's going to be hard for you. It depends on how you're ready for it. Now, one thing about this fasting, like you want to go on a 3-day fast, you want to go on a 7-day fast, is the fact that you need to know some basic things. I wouldn't just advise anybody to just go on fast. Yeah, if you have the strength to just go on fast like that, you can go ahead. But then I would say you should make some research on it. For instance, if you want to go for a 3-day fast for majorly weight loss, you need to understand that you need to take the essential minerals your body needs per day. Now, how do you get this from salts? I mean, sea salt, not just anyhow salt, not just you put it in the water you're going to take, and you're going to take water. No, compared to church fasting, now this full fast includes drinking water. Is not without water, because you're going to lose water and you need to take it back. So now that salt is mostly placed in the water to drink, so you get your mineral for the day and you'll be on that fast. And sometimes some people take herbal teas just to replace to just to give them energy and to replace the minerals. So do you understand? So you see, it's the process that comes with that fasting. So fasting is one of the fastest ways to lose weight that I know of. Like, not just know of, that I've experienced. I've seen people experience it. So so many times we want to lose weight is you want to shed off some things, but you keep taking more of what will make you add more weight. But if you're really ready to lose weight, fasting is one of the best methods for you. I said the last two, the fruit fasting and the normal fasting, like pure fasting, just taking minerals and water, like from your salty water, something like that, is also very good. Now, these are the methods to lose weight. From all the methods I've listed, if you think there's anyone that is comfortable for you, it's maybe the fruit fasting, the normal intermittent fasting, like full fasting, or the exercising. Exercising is not majorly losing weight. That exercising should be part of everything, actually. Yeah, I think I said earlier, that's if you're doing food fast, it's okay to exercise. If you're doing full fast, like mean intermittent full fast, it's okay to exercise. Another way people do intermittent fast is they fast a whole day today, tomorrow they eat. They fast a whole day next tomorrow, like a day interval. So it depends on how it works for you. If you are doing intermittent fasting, it's okay to exercise. If you're doing calorie deficit, it is okay to exercise. If you're going for surgery, it is okay to exercise. If you're going for herbal tea, it is okay to exercise. So that, to me, I won't say exercise is one specific weight loss thing, but exercise is necessary because it will burn your fat, it will build your muscle, and it will tone your body. So that is why exercise should not be left out. You've seen some kind of people that are into fasting, and when they start, reducing that weight, they feel like it feels like they are shrinking, and all. It's probably because they did not add exercise to that weight loss journey. So their body is not toned, their muscles is not being built up. So that is now, if you feel like any of this method is okay for you and you want to start a journey, it's okay to have help or check online. Sometimes everything we need is online. Just that, how strong are you to just make that decision and say, okay, I want to be independent and I'm going to be disciplined about this. That's just what it is. Now, I've mentioned so many resources earlier. You want to check the description in this video to get the links to all the videos I've mentioned earlier, in case you want to know more about why your herbal tea is not working for you. Then you want to check the video. I will be dropping the link in the description. If you In short, all the videos I've mentioned earlier, then like I said, I have it's a special gift. Everything about exercise, the ebook is also I'll be dropping it at the description below. Thank you so much for watching till this time, and if you have watched this time, please subscribe to this channel. I will be so glad you subscribe, like, and share to those who ever needs this video. Now, see you in my next video. Bye.